Good morning from State Adventures. This is Carolina Gilcapi, and I have a Christmas departure to Costa Rica that a lot of you have been asking me about. So, based on availability, this is what's available with that Isla Chiquita glamping experience, which I think is just so unique and such a fun new thing to offer. So, let me share my screen and I'll run through the itinerary for you so you kind of understand how everything works, where you will be visiting Costa Rica, and of course, everything that's possible to be tweaked to make the trip your own. So here is the option for December of this year, traveling over Christmas to Costa Rica. You're going to arrive in San Jose. As with all of our experiences, our State Adventures team will be at the airport with a sign with your names on it, and a private car will take you to the hotel. The ride is about 45 minutes from the airport. Why? Because I don't like anyone staying near the airport or in San Jose. I usually love cities, but San Jose is one of those big metropolitan, very congested, very modern cities without a lot of charm, unfortunately. So I usually whisk you away. Just 30 minutes outside of town begins the cloud forest, the rainforest. So it's such a nicer experience to just head outside of the city right away. So Buena Vista Chic is one of those properties. This is where you will rest. This is where you will be welcome to Costa Rica after your travels. And when you wake up, you can have breakfast here, which we always include. And we will begin the journey to Arenal. So Arenal is like a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from San Jose. So we'll be about that same time from the hotel. But en route, we will stop at two places. We will go to a coffee plantation. We will have a tour there, some tastings. You will have lunch here, a typical traditional Costa Rican lunch, which is, I love sending people to Costa Rica because they're usually very happy with the food. It is grandma's cooking, rice and beans and fresh vegetables and beautiful fruit, and of course great coffee and lots of grilled meat options as well. So whenever you see the meals that I've included for you, you will have beautiful access to seafood when we're on the coast, and really lovely meals in the highlands and in the cloud forest. So we'll stop at the coffee plantation to experience that. And we'll also stop at Poás volcano, which is a shorter visit. It's about a 20-minute hike to get to the crater. There, you cannot spend more than, I believe, 20 minutes because this is an active crater. It is very unique. And the reason people visit it is because of that milky eye. So it's not fiery lava, but it's this strange milky blue color, but because it's active, it's releasing gases. There are rocks coming out of it. So most people are not allowed to spend more than 20 minutes here for your safety, but it's very exciting and a really lovely start to the experience. So in the afternoon, we're going to arrive to Arenal, which is known for the most active, beautiful volcano, that peak volcano that you see in all the photos. And we will stay at the Arenal Manoa Hotel in a junior suite. You'll have a beautiful view from your room of the volcano. The hotel itself has hot springs and pools and all kinds of different amenities in their property, but the most famous hot springs are the Tabacon hot springs. So tonight we will take you to the Tabacon hot springs. They're the largest ones, the huge complex. And here you will enjoy dinner as well as access to all the pools. It is a fantastic evening. It feels like an outdoor spa. And I just love when everybody has a chance to experience that. The following day, we're going to hit all the highlights of Arenal, which is hanging bridges, zip lining, the wildlife sanctuaries. So you will start with hanging bridges, which there's a complex probably of about 12. This is where you're going to get face-to-face with monkeys, iguanas, sloths, lots of birds. So it's a great, great morning hike, not hard at all. It's pretty much all a flat terrain. So it's a great introduction to the cloud forest and the rainforest. So you'll do that. And here is also the ziplining experience. Arenal is known for the best ziplining experience. They kind of put ziplining on the map. They used to have the tallest, the highest, the fastest, all of the topics that you can talk about in ziplining. They used to have it. Of course, now around the world, there's taller and faster zip lines, but Arenal is still king. And I love offering ziplining here because I know it is safe, it is well maintained, and the location all around it is quite beautiful. So while you're zipping, you're seeing animals, you're seeing birds, and it's just a really fun experience and unique to this area. And then the third thing that you will experience today is visiting a sloth sanctuary. This is not a zoo. These are not animals that are bred, for tourism. These are animals who have been rescued, maybe orphaned sloths. The whole idea here is to bring them back to health if they were sick, or to give them a boost before we are releasing them into the wild. So you can learn all about these gentle little slow giants. I love them. They are kind of the face of Costa Rica. So I love that you will be able to see one very close up. And then we are off to Isla Chiquita. So this is kind of the core of the trip, the really unique part. We will be traveling by car, ferry, and boat to get to this very remote island. Remote when it comes to location, but when you look around, you're not in the middle of the ocean. There will be other islands, and there will be greenery from the rainforest spilling into the sea here. So you're not in the middle of nowhere like in the Caribbean, where it's an island surrounded by water. You will have views of some amazing other islands, some islands that are not inhabited. So Isla Chiquita is a luxury glamping camp. So if you see the tent that we have on hold for you is with a plunge pool and a beautiful bed and all the amenities and a bathroom and everything that you need. And there are a number of those tents on camp, but everything is included. So they have a space where all the meals are cooked. There's a beautiful staff. They will take you on bioluminescence night tours, and they will take you on hiking on all the trails. Other things that you can enjoy here is there's a spa. You can do massages, beautiful massages. They do a lot of fishing expeditions. So even though I've included some excursions, all the meals, and of course the beautiful tented camp, you can still make the trip your own if you want to add, massages or rent out a boat and go fishing, or rent out a boat and go island hopping. If you love snorkeling, this is it. So it's a really great experience. Costa Rica is so rich in nature and wildlife that having access to it from an island, I mean, I don't know what could be better, especially over the holidays. So this is a night bioluminescence tour that they offer whenever the moon is not out. I mean, you can go any day of the year, but when the moon's not out, the water is brightest. And then, of course, just another view. This is what I meant. This is the island, but of course, you will see the mainland and other islands and things like that. So it's just a great wildlife experience. Now on December 25th, after our glamping stay, we will take the boat to the ferry to the mainland, and we'll take you to Manuel Antonio, which is one of my favorite places in Costa Rica. I have been here many, many times. I actually loved it so much that my husband and I decided to get married here. So I know Manuel Antonio quite well. It is special for a few reasons. It is where the rainforest literally spills into the sea, and it causes the sand to be extremely white. So it's very special. So all over this area, there are these cove beaches. There's, beautiful sand. And because it's literally the rainforest, there will be monkeys all over the beach. There will be sloths, stealing a sandwich from the hotel pool, and there'll be all kinds of different wildlife encounters. So it's really a special place, and you will be here on Christmas. So the hotel is Parador. This is where I've stayed multiple times as well. It's a really great property because it's on the cliffs. So it's fantastic views from all the pools, from the restaurants. But it also has a nature trail down to one of their own beaches. It's not a private beach. There are no private beaches in Costa Rica, but you have access on foot to their little beach. But the main beach is the Manuel Antonio beach near the village. It's a bohemian little town with access to Manuel Antonio National Park, which is just another fancy name for saying the best beaches are protected and inside the park. So I think it's a great location and access to all of that. So a few things that we will arrange for you is a tour of Manuel Antonio National Park. This is a trek. to see some wildlife, and then the trek ends on some of the protected beaches. I mean, I've been all around the world, and we do a lot of beaches inspections and things like that. And Manuel Antonio really is the top 5 for me because it's so special, beautiful, clean, filled with wildlife. The sand is fantastic. Of course, the food is great. You know, there's nothing that like sitting on the beach with a coconut in your hand and enjoying your time here. So we'll do that. And then we'll also do a snorkeling catamaran. So this is a shared catamaran. They go out during the day and they go out in the evening, so we can discuss what fits you best. If we go out during the day, you have lunch on board, you can snorkel. There's really great places to snorkel in Manuel Antonio. There's a chance to see wildlife here for sure. But if you go out at night, it's more of a evening with a drink and watching the sunset. And usually we see a lot of dolphins at night. So either you want to have it an active day or a romantic experience, either one is included, so we can discuss what fits you best. And then the last day we take, oh, I just realized I didn't fix the dates. I will fix that shortly. Then on the last day, we will take you back to San Jose. And the drive is about 3 hours. If your flight leaves from San Jose in the afternoon, you got to make sure that we have 3 hours to check in. I do want to say that there is a flight from Quepos, which is near Manuel Antonio, to San Jose. So if you don't want to drive 3 hours to the airport, we can arrange a flight. It's about $100 more or so. But the thing about the flight is that they have a very strict luggage limits. So if you have like more than 20 or 30 pounds of luggage, you will need to purchase multiple seats to allow for your luggage to come on board. So let's discuss that. But the drive is great, straightforward. They built a highway now, so it's very easy to get to the San Jose airport. And of course, you have a private driver doing that for you. So this is the trip for over Christmas. It's $57.99 based on 2 people sharing. If you have more people, let me know. I will check, number 1, if there's availability. Number 2, what the cost will come down to, because splitting the price between 4 people will obviously be less expensive. So I'll stop sharing now. I look forward to all of your questions. Costa Rica is so close. You know, there's a nonstop flight from Florida. If you live in any other state, don't worry about it. I will find you a flight there. It's easy. There are no requirements for vaccinations. All you need is a passport and, you know, a desire to visit. So pura vida, happy travels. I look forward to hearing from you.